Good morning. It is Monday, August 29th, which makes it 90 days out from November 27th. We missed it last. Well, I missed it last week because I was on the road. The 22nd, which I think is the Tuesday before Pi Day. Carry the 4, divide by 3. I think I'm close. It's Kaylee's birthday, so we'll keep you abreast of that as it gets closer because we're going to make sure we shower her with chocolate, wine, and Edelman. And now that Edelman's not playing, he's actually readily available, just like chocolate and wine. So we'll make sure we stick to that. So yeah, we're 90 days out from like chicken giving weekend. So we're going to be locked and loaded. Understand that when you get to the 15th of November, invariably, you're probably putting your last piece of business under contract that's going to close in this calendar year. So we're now 90 days past that opportunity, right? But as you put things under contract around the 15th of November, that's probably going to be the last pieces of business that close in the calendar year 2022. So a great opportunity to just start thinking about like how do you wrap up the year really strong? We're just about into September. We've got 4 months left. We are going to have the business planning clinic at the end of September. There's a ton on the map this week we're going to talk about in just a second. I want people to start to think about this is a weird time of year. We are looking to close out our year strong and use that momentum in the same regard to swing into activities in the first quarter. And it's tough because this is like the soft, gooey middle where people are coming off their summer vacations. Their kids were home. You're getting your kids back to school. If you've got short people going back to school, tall people going back to school, whatever the case may be. There's a lot going on right now, especially this week. I completely understand and appreciate, and I trust that a lot of you are going to peace out this weekend. These major holiday weekends are going to be times when your clients are less likely, not without fail, somebody's going to want to see something. Somebody's going to want to do business, and we need to stay open to that opportunity. But people are going to be piecing out to spend their last long weekend with their kids before they go back to school, especially our clients in Massachusetts, because they do it normal and they go back after Labor Day. A lot of schools in New Hampshire. My kids started back 2 Fridays ago because Co-Brown. Just be respectful of the fact and a great week to call and check in with people. You know, because we're here now. You're actually, said with love, you're a little late. If your clients are like end of summer, we'll get back to it end of summer. That's already gone. Like they didn't mean the autumnal equinox end of summer. They meant like now. So check in with your clients right now and just finding out like, hey, I'm just checking in. I trust you're going to have a great weekend with your family. What does Tuesday look like? What's our next conversation? How can we help? And if they continue to stiff arm, and I don't mean, again, we're not twisting arms to get people to buy, sell, and invest or join real estate. One of the number one things you're going to hear on a regular basis is we need a little more time or we're going to wait. And those are sort of interchangeable, right? Somebody telling you they need a little more time, truly, that's how they feel. Because they feel as if a little more time is going to garner them the intelligence, and I mean the intel. I don't mean intelligence like they're stupid. It's going to garner them the information, the intel they need, they truly require to make the decision. The objection we consistently hear in sales is, I need more time. When you hear that, that's not what they're actually saying. That's not truly what they mean. They truly mean they need more information. And you have this conversation with them. Well, I appreciate that. Feel, felt, found, one of my favorite scripts ever, right? I understand how you feel, Mr. Lindsay. We've had a lot of clients that have felt the same way. And what we found is we probably didn't provide you with all the information you need. Because if there's missing information, more time is not going to close the delta. More time is not going to close the gap to help you to get to figuring out what the next logical move is for you and your loved ones. People feel rushed, and anxiety only exists where there's lack of a plan, where there's lack of information. So when people say to you, I need more time, they truly mean I need more information. Now, if we're asking honest questions, we're going to find out if something happened. Did something happen over the weekend? Something goes sideways with their family. Is somebody sick? Are they sick? Are they in the midst of a job change? There might be some life events that upset the apple cart and they were going to buy, but obviously they're in this gap now where they have to get everything back in order. One of the the best responses to, we're not really sure what we need to do next, or we've got a lot going on. Now's not the great time. Actually, Mr. Lindsay, it is a great time. That's exactly why we should get together. Because all they're saying, again, anxiety only exists where there's lack of a plan. Our job is to be the planner. Our job is to bring information, to bring a roadmap, to bring a history of success, feel, felt, found. Understand how you feel, Mr. Lindsay. We've had a lot of clients that have historically felt the same way. And what we found is as soon as we start to put a plan together, the anxiety dissipates. So you don't need to buy, sell, invest, or join real estate tomorrow. If we start to lay out the roadmap, then we have information and a plan. And I love using the positive negative. Mr. Lindsay, if I swung over tomorrow and we started to roadmap a plan, that might not come to fruition for 2 more years, but you knew what your logical next steps were and we had a plan, would that be a problem for you? Well, no, of course not. Awesome. So tomorrow at 4 or Thursday at 5. When they say they need more time, they're not lying to you. It's how they feel, because they feel like more time will bring them more information. But if we don't stay in conversation and inquisition, we're never going to get more information. They're just going to think that this marinating clock ticking in their head is going to create some new information. All you're doing right now when you have your people waiting is they are losing opportunity. They're losing opportunity. Because the market and the numbers are moving in such a way that they can lock in the sale of their house and start to shop in a less expensive market. They want to catch the market right now for the sale of their house and be able to shop. So getting on the market now and shopping now invariably is going to get them under contract and get them under contract afterwards, and they will save at least some money. But every day they wait, their net goes down. So having those honest conversations, checking with your people this week. Hey, Mr. Dickey. Hey, Mrs. Brackett. Last time we spoke, you said check in at the end of the summer. I know we get the holiday weekend coming up. I trust you're going to have a great time with your family. I'm calling today to set the appointment for next week. What works for you? If we are not speaking to our people, somebody is. And if you're waiting for the true end of summer, we're going to miss the opportunity. What are we talking? We're talking September 21st, the autumnal equinox. I feel like you're really waiting for the end of summer. We're done. We're toast. And the misnomer that people aren't going to sell, their kids are settled in school and all that. If school was their driver, and for whatever reason they didn't get moved before school started, doesn't mean they still don't want to move. Especially if somebody's pursuit is the school system. If I have the opportunity to pull my kid out of a school system that I want them to leave and put them into a school system I want them in, I will do it Wednesday at 10:18 after carrot and milk break. 4,000%. Logic will make them think. Well, September doesn't really make sense. We're already back to school. Emotion will make them act. Mr. Lindsay, don't forget you get to move Cameron and Aiden into the school system that you and Janina have wanted them to be in for 3 years. Right? That's the motivation. And the motivation can be both logical and emotional. Logic makes them think, emotion makes them act. It's one of the bold laws. So have those phone calls this week. Hey, we're into it for today. We are doing the mega camp post-game panel. So at 11 o'clock today on Facebook Live, we've got a bunch of people that were in the training room in Portsmouth, the training room in Meredith, and also boots on the ground in Texas. Inviting those people to join me for a town hall conversation. Not really a tight-knit schedule. I want people to share their ahas. We're going to try to get around to as many people as possible. If you were part of Mega Camp, I'd ask you to join us on Facebook Live. If you were in one of those rooms or you were in Texas, you've been invited to be part of the panel. I trust we're going to have probably 25, 30 people join join me and some other staff members just to get their take on what they heard. And I think you're going to hear different takes because people hear things differently, although the underpinnings are going to be a similar conversation. And it was about whether you want to call it back to basics, fundamentals. People get really caught up in the semantics of, well, I don't want to call it back to basics. That sounds boring and mundane. Well, don't ever forget this. The most incredible things you're going to do in your career lie in the mundane. The boring tactics, the boring activities that we do day in, day out are going to bring us the success and significance you're looking for. So we're going to have that conversation. That's at 11 o'clock. Ask Your Brokers. Bar none, and we have a lot of conversations. We just had some last week in Texas. Beyond the shadow of a doubt, our market center, 463, has unsurpassed access to their brokers. And this is your first of 1, 2, 3. What do we do it? 7 times a week normally? And I know night school is out for summer, so that'll be back on Thursday nights. But like, you've got 6 opportunities a week typically to hang out with your brokers. So please do that today at 1 o'clock. Ask the Brokers at 1 o'clock. JV will be on Keller TV for that. And then just a huge lineup this week. We've got Scripts tomorrow at 11 o'clock. That's on Keller TV. Summer of Shift continues on the regional channel. Contracts going on with Maine and New Hampshire this Wednesday. And then we've got, and I believe we got Vermont. I appreciate it's going to be Vermont this week. Vermont, Maine, and New Hampshire this week. Ignite starts Thursday. So our market center is kicking off Regional Ignite. It's going back to the region. It's going back to the intertubes. I'd invite you guys to lock and load for that. So it's Ignite 6.0. It's what we taught here at the market center in May and July. Is going to go back to the region, and our little market center is kicking it off on Thursday with session number 1. Our intention is to probably end up doing it from the hotel in Somerville, where Mark King is going to be speaking later that day. So myself, Susan Kenyon, Zoe, and Melissa Burke, your Market Center Tech Trainer, are going to be on for that. That is 9 to 11:30 on Thursday. Then Mark King, of course, if you got your tickets from Mark King, he is going to be at the Assembly Row Hotel in Somerville to talk about one of his biggest passions, which is wealth building. That's in the afternoon on Thursday. Tickets are still available. Of course, Virginia Frost is putting on her Battle of the Brokerage, the bocce tournament. That is going on at Lobster in the Rough, and that is going on from 4 to 8 p.m. On Thursday afternoon. So much stuff going on. And then Friday 11, we got KWU. I'll be teaching the 6 personal perspectives. If you're unfamiliar on what these 6 personal perspectives are, join us on Friday at 11 o'clock to brush up on that. It's one of our seminal classes that Gary used to actually have us teach before we taught any other class. It was almost like the aperitif. You had it before you had your main meal. So we always had it before every class. We taught 6 personal perspectives. We can go, you'll see this on the regional calendar or the national calendar sometimes, and it can be a very big class. It can be a full day class if you dive super deep. Obviously, we're going to get you through in 60 minutes. Just to touch on the 6 personal perspectives. That's 11 o'clock on Keller TV on Friday. So I can't stress enough the opportunity of family reunion coming up. Those tickets are on sale now. It's going to be in Anaheim. That is February 18, 19, and 20. 18, 19, 20, 21. That's going on February in Anaheim. Those tickets are now on sale. So the hotel blocks are open as well. I believe a lot of people are staying at the Marriott in Anaheim for that. And there's going to be other hotels nearby as well, right across the street, ultimately right across the street from Disneyland, which is pretty cool. It's a great opportunity to get involved with these national conversations and really build out your referral base. The agents that we had in Texas for Mega Camp last week made so many connections nationally and internationally for their referral base, which is really huge because I think a lot of people don't realize. I think if you're in other parts of the country, and we all get parochial beyond the shadow of a doubt, I think if I live in California, I'm not really thinking about New England until I have somebody go there. So if you're top of mind, you're the girl in Maine, you're the guy in Vermont, you're the girl in New Hampshire, you're the girl in Massachusetts that just met Ted, who's from Malibu, California, as people are moving out here. Because why are people coming here invariably? And I think this is what we tend to forget about the power of the amount of states that we serve, the power of the size of our team, 740 agents serving 4 states. When you're having these conversations, and I say to you guys quite a bit. Have you built out? Do you have a rock star in every state in the union? And I know the first limiting belief is, well, Timmy, yeah, that's, I get it. Like I should build out my referrals, but like when I think about California, shouldn't I have more than one rock star? Sure. And if I meet a great agent in Los Angeles, does it stand to reason that she probably knows somebody awesome in San Diego? And she probably also knows somebody amazing in Big Bear. And that person in Big Bear has a great contact in San Francisco. It's going to grow by finding yourself the one rock star in that big city and then just asking them, hey, when you send stuff up the coast, who's your person in San Francisco? And that bridge traffic can be a pain in the ass. So on the other side of the Golden Gate Bridge is Sausalito. Like, who's your person in Sausalito? Maybe it's the same person. Maybe like, oh, yeah, you know what? Because then you're starting to push up the coast. You're getting into wine country. Who's your person? Who's your vineyard guy? And I know all of this sounds like, okay, well, this is like a really big homework project, maybe for another time. If you've got nothing going on, or maybe there's just a day of the week where you work on this. Your agent referral phone calls happen on Thursdays between, I don't know. I mean, obviously, if you're calling the West Coast, you got to do it at a different time. How robust is it? Because one of the number one things I hear when people hold up their phone, like, yeah, well, Timmy, awesome. Yeah, I've got a whole bunch of people on my phone. Probably about 7,000 contacts. I'm moving them little by little into my command, but like, my 7,000 contacts, 3,500 of them are real estate agents. Okay. Because do you want new business, return business, or referral business? The answer is all three. So let's get locked and loaded on making sure that we have all the people that we need so we can reach out and we can be a great resource, the source of the source for real estate. So I'm going to invite you to investigate the Anaheim conversation coming up in February for Family Reunion. Please join us today at 11 o'clock for the Mega Camp post-game panel. And if there's anything we can do for you, please let us know. We've got the multi-talented Alana Babineau, who is helping everybody out with their marketing. So if that's something that you need to dial up, why don't you have a conversation with her? You can book her at Time with Babs, Time, Time with Babs, B-A-B-S, timewithbabs.com. Her full suite of services is at KWCLMmarketing.com, KWCLMmarketing.com. If you're looking for help with your transaction coordination, his name is Jason Houle, and you can find him at Fulcrum, Fulcrum, fulcrumts.com for transactional services. And if I can help, if you've got questions, comments, concerns, hopes and dreams, or you just need some help with a script, it is 603-834-2856, or you can book my face at meetwithcoach.com. I trust you're going to have a great week. Spend the time you need to with your family this week. Please take time with your family this weekend. If your clients are standing down, I invite you to stand down. We get precious few weekends where we have a chance to take some time off, put our feet up, and celebrate what you've accomplished, and then get right back to work. The momentum we're going to build coming out of Labor Day weekend into the fourth quarter is going to carry you into the first quarter. And if you're thinking, well, I came here to have more time, I came here to create more financial opportunity for my family, and I don't feel that happening yet, well, then meet with me. Let's have a conversation about what is or isn't happening that's creating that feeling for you. For Zoe and I, as your coaches, our job is to help you think differently, right? My job is to help you think differently. Zoe's job is to help you think differently so you can get what you want when you want it. It's point far from bold, right? PTFAR. Your programming affects your thinking. Your thinking affects your feelings affect your actions, and your actions deliver your results. And starting with the way you're thinking, we can rewire your thoughts and your actions driven by what's in your heart. So let's have those conversations. We know you can play anywhere. You could hang your license anywhere to conduct your business. We're so proud to be in business with you. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for playing with us every day. If there's anything you need, please let us know. We'll see you in and around the Market Center. Have